What's going on, YouTubers? Big Philly with Poor Boys RC. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Throwback Thursday. Today on the Throwback Thursday bench, we're going to talk about the beautiful blue Marui Galaxy RS. Check it out. Welcome to Throwback Thursday, a trip down memory lane showcasing the golden era of RC cars. So check out this wicked looking buggy, guys. A quick little background story on it. Marui came out with this particular buggy, the Galaxy RS, back in 1985. This followed up the Marui Galaxy, which looks basically identical to this kit, but it has a red roll cage and a smaller 380 motor. The Marui Galaxy RS then followed with the blue roll cage and the bigger 540 motor. These kits were brought out to be direct competition for Tamiya back in those days. And believe it or not, they were competing with the Grasshopper and the Hornet. I know, hard to imagine having to compete with a Grasshopper and a Hornet, but it was 1985. Things were a bit different. Marty McFly was traveling back in time, and in the world of RC, you had to compete against Grasshoppers and Hornets. They had cool names. One of the most, I think, comical yet innovative things about this chassis is the method they use to hold down the battery. So check these out. We've got these two great big adjustable tie straps here. These are the releasable kind, and that's literally all they've done. There's a big provision underneath here to fit a battery. You can fit your standard 6-cell NiCad or nickel metal hydride, and there are two big tie straps going around it to hold it in place. Simply click the button, push it down, and it opens up, and that's how you slide your battery in and out. Really super, super simple, yet effective. It was the 80s. They made it work, baby. So with this overview of the chassis, the first thing we're going to notice, obviously, is this big, beautiful, striking blue roll cage. Super cool sand rail look to this thing. Looks awesome. We've got a nice driver figure right here. We've got the mechanical speed controller heat sinks up in a logical place where they can get lots of fresh air and stay cool. Just your very average stock 540 silver can in the back. And we've just got one bit of Lexan on this, just the wing with a Galaxy decal. So really a basic sandrail looking buggy, but it's striking. It jumps out at you. It looks like it's going fast standing still, which is pretty cool. Some very 1985 elements here in the front bumper with these really cool slits here that kind of, again, makes it look like it's going fast while it's standing still. Looks really, really neat. As for the buggy itself, it's got a lot of really nice race-inspired features on it. Four-wheel independent suspension, oil-filled aluminum dampers with adjustable coils, or with adjustable shock collars for ride height. And we've got some really nice tires up front here. Just a nice sandrail style tire for the front. Nice spiky rear tire. One thing that caught my eye the moment I got my hands on this buggy was just how robust it is. It's built very beefy. It's beefy. The back end especially, it's very beefy. The buggy has a lot of weight to it. It definitely weighs a lot more. It feels like it weighs about 50% more than a Grasshopper or Hornet would. But that being said, the back end is really beefy. Let's take a closer look at that. So check out these rear universals. They are absolutely huge. This is a 110 scale two-wheel drive buggy, but we've got huge rear universals with an open differential in the rear. So this thing was actually built to take quite a bit of abuse. And although you can't see it in here, these are the resistors for the mechanical speed controller. And one of the nice things about the speed controller on this kit is that it, as opposed to being like the old school Tamiya style where you just had a 3-step forward, a 3-step reverse, here it's more of a gradual forward, gradual reverse with many forward steps and many reverse steps, creating a much smoother acceleration, smoother deceleration for a driver. And one of the neat things about these kits is they've become highly collectible over the last few years, especially. I have noticed these on eBay going for a pretty penny these days, upwards of sometimes $300, $400, $500. I was fortunate enough to salvage this one before it was almost thrown away, believe it or not. And it didn't require much for me to restore it. I received it in pretty good condition. It really is a piece of nostalgic RC art. To think back to 1985, man, what a different time for all you guys that were alive back then. What a different time. And this buggy, just holding it today and looking at it, it really is very representative of the time. And it's a competitive buggy for what it is. So thanks again for taking this trip down memory lane with me, everybody. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate all the comments. If you wouldn't mind, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. And as always, be excellent to each other.